Welcome back to another episode of Creeps and Coffee. I'm your host, Jamie, and this is Creeps and Coffee.
And I'm joining her again. This is Abby Sells Spice Bag. Let's go.
I feel like we always start so awkward. We're just like staring at each other, monologuing. Like, my name is Jamie. I think my name is Jamie.
And yeah, we're talking about sasquatches today.
Yeah, the Squatch episode.
Yeah, I don't know too much about cryptics. Is that what they're called? Cryptids. Sorry.
That's okay.
But today we're gonna learn. You guys are gonna learn alongside with me.
Yeah.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Jane, and this is Creeps and Coffee,
A show where we talk about the dark parts of the world around us.
Cryptids, conspiracies, things that go bump in the night.
And the crimes behind the scariest creatures of all, humans.
Join us as we take a look at the stories sure to give you the creeps.
Pull up a seat, grab a coffee,
and let's have a chat.
We're gonna get into it.
I'm excited because this is not a super serious one.
Mm-hmm.
It's more fun. If you've listened to me before, you know I love cryptids. I love monsters, folklore, different myths like that. So cryptids are, let me get the Google definition for you, or the Britannica definition. So the exact definition is an animal or creature that is claimed to exist in stories or folklore, but whose existence has not been scientifically proven.
Okay.
So that's like dragons, the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about more so Bigfoot. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Abby, do you believe in Bigfoot?
I think it would be cool if he actually was real. However, I'm gonna go with I don't know. I feel like I want him to be, but I feel like he's not.
That is so fair.
Like,
yeah.
I think it'd be cool if he was, but like I don't think he does. But like it'd be cool. I'd be down. Prove me wrong.
I am pretty much on the same page as you. I would like to believe that Bigfoot is real. I would like to believe that Sasquatches are real, because hypothetically they're just like half monkey, half human kind of hybrids. If we believe in evolution, that existed at some point.
Yeah.
So it's not that far off.
It's true.
We have gorillas.
It's true.
So, like, I get it. So I'm going to say I would need more proof than, like, the blurry pictures and videos that we get when you look it up.
Yeah.
But it's not enough for me to 100% say, yes, I believe. But I know my dad loves watching, like, the Bigfoot Files and, like, different things that. Yeah, you know. Bigfoot is real and he tried to eat my ass.
Just heard you guys talking. I needed to.
I'm gonna post that on our Instagram.
It's like an actual clothing brand. It's like a lot of there's a lot of clothing that says Bigfoot is real and you try to eat my ass. Like you can get bumper stickers, hats,
so
shirts.
he is real, and he tried
to eat someone's ass. Yeah.
We need to get them on the podcast.
Right?
So
special guest star.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
What was it like? Tell me all about
like
it.
a fluffy mouth on your booty hole.
Ooh.
That beard would tickle.
Oh, okay. Now I'm picturing things that I probably shouldn't. Okay. So, cryptids, the squatches. So there are different types of squatches.
Okay.
There are also different types of sasquatches.
Okay.
So I figured I'd explain Sasquatch in general and then get into the more specific species and then the weird ones as well. Because there are some...
weird ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some messed up ones. Some... Oh, that's surely not real, but also... Oh. Okay.
All right, then.
So... I don't know if you know anything about Bigfoot or Sasquatches. I'll use the terms interchangeably. They're a Canadian thing.
Okay.
The first Sasquatch if you remember ever seeing this photo.
Oh, yeah.
I'll post all these on Instagram. That was taken in British Columbia.
Okay.
Which is where they think the Sasquatch species originated.
Okay. I will just add also to BC's and Alberta are pretty known also too for their TV and film. They do a lot of shows up there.
Okay, she's debunking me already. All right.
I just wanted to toss that out there because a lot of people don't know. A lot of your shows that are quote-unquote based in America.
True.
Most are actually filmed in Canada.
That is true. And to add on to that, apparently there have been Sasquatch sightings. I don't know if the plural is Sasquatch.
Oh.
Sasquatches. Sasquatchi. Sasquinchies. I don't know. But they've been seen from mostly the West Coast, from BC all the way to Northern California. So America's a little bit included in there.
Okay.
But Sasquatch is an anglicized version of the word Sasquatch, which is an indigenous term.
Okay.
Meaning wild man or hairy man.
Okay.
Yeah, which is pretty on point with the way he looks.
Yeah.
But this term was coined in the 1920s to 1930s by someone named J.W. Burns.
Okay.
And he claimed that the First Nations people that he interacted with had a close bond with Sasquatches. And they had the ability to move between the physical and spiritual realm. Which is why people are having trouble finding, like, physical proof, like footprints or that kind of thing. Because maybe they're not completely of this world.
That's actually kind of cool.
Which would make the most sense, since...
And also that means, like, they're not, like, supposedly, like... You know, obviously there's the fear of something like that being dangerous. But obviously they were not too worried and they had a good relationship with them. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And... Sasquatchi are often described as bipedal, so they can walk on 2 feet, on average measuring up to 2.5 meters in height, 360 kilograms in weight, which is very heavy. In pounds, that's about 793 pounds.
Wow.
It's a lot heavier than me. Covered in long, dark fur. Any footprints, quote unquote, that were found measure up to 50 centimeters long. And film footage shot in 1967, which I think was the one I just showed you a picture of. That was in 67, I guess.
Okay.
It shows Bigfoot running through the woods. And also we don't know, is Bigfoot just one guy? One Sasquatch?
There's only one in the world.
Or is it a race? Is there a bunch of them? But... in 1884, in Victoria's British colonist article, it described the capture of a half-man, half-beast near Yale, BC.
Wow.
It was described as something of a gorilla type, covered in thick, glossy black fur. And it was found... Sorry, I'm a 12-year-old boy. It was found unconscious on a set of railway tracks. Upon awakening, it was chased by a group of men to a set of bluffs above the town. Of course. Of course the men are like, duh! Weird new thing! Let's kill it! Let's chase it! But also, if that was their first and only experience, like, interacting with humans, of course they're gonna run away from us now.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, like, if that wasn't, like, if that happened... Because obviously, I mean, a news article wrote about it, so you gotta think some part of it, whether some of it was exaggerated or not. But, like, yeah, that would stop them from wanting to see us again. Like, yay, I'm so glad they ruined it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. So the First Nations can have a good relationship, but y'all just want to fuck it up?
Not surprising. And so there are also lots of similar type cryptids that go along with Bigfoots, big feet, the big feetins, if you will. You've got the basic Sasquatch. Some people will also liken Sasquatch with Wendigos, which I don't really think they're similar.
Okay.
But I guess if you look at the pictures...
Aren't Wendigos also Canadian?
They're in Canada and America.
Okay.
Which... they're kind of scary.
They're North American. I was gonna say, I know a little bit more about Wendigos.
Yes, bird. We said his trigger word, Wendigo. But Wendigos are a Native American legend.
Bird.
If anyone doesn't know, it's a spirit that manifests itself in the form of large animals and a bird. He's a Wendigo, I guess. They're really scary. I don't really think Wendigos are the same as Sasquatch.
I was gonna say the only reason I know them more of is because of like horror games.
Yeah,
and like horror stories.
And when I think of like Bigfoot, I don't picture him like being a cannibal or like attacking humans or anything.
Well, that's the thing is like
they're just elusive.
Obviously, the idea of like a Sasquatch is still scary. But that's what I mean about like having a good relationship, and like obviously the origins being something where, you know, they go between the spirit realm and you know, here, or another realm in here. It's sort of like, okay, well, that would make me hope that they're here for the good reasons or the right reasons. You know what I mean? Like, they're not here for other things, I wouldn't think, especially with how, if they are real, how evasive.
Yeah, I think so. I know that Wendigos are supposed to be like a vengeful spirit. I don't get that vibe from like Sasquatches.
Absolutely. I feel like yeah, I don't get the bad vibes from a Sasquatch. Like I said, I feel like it's just the general scariness of how big and ominous they are. But like with Wendigos, like especially all the stories about it, it is all,
they are malicious. They do want to kill you.
They are here for the wrong reasons. Or for bad intentions or whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't, if they are the same, then they are like have, I would say, probably different mindsets, at least I'd hope. Yeah. Because I feel like we would have heard more horror stories about Bigfoot or different stuff like that.
I agree. There is also something called a skunk ape.
Oh.
Which I guess is the same thing as a Sasquatch, except that they exclusively live in the bogs and swamps of Florida instead of forests and mountains like Sasquatch. Okay. And apparently they smell really bad, and it's because they live in like methane-filled bogs. But honestly, with the swamps of Florida, could be a cryptid, could just be could just be a creature. But that's a skunk ape. And this is a supposed picture of a skunk ape. It really just looks like a gorilla in a swamp.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And then there's also a so-called grass man, which is just another name for a Sasquatch, but it's more specific. This resides only in Ohio and a couple of neighboring states. They feed on livestock, and they also eat plants from the forest. They hunt small game in the Appalachians, which don't even get me started on Appalachia. That is a whole other episode because of how, like, somebody has the zoomies.
Bird! Oh my god.
Is he okay?
Don't think so.
The Ohio grassman is also called the Eastern Bigfoot.
Okay.
And it apparently seeks seclusion and likes to be alone in national parks. And some people say it's a subspecies of Bigfoot, and some say it's just a unique Ohio creature. Oh. But it's up to interpretation, because we don't even know if it's real. Okay. There's, of course, Yetis. Yes. Which I feel like you've probably remember. It's like the northern version of a Sasquatch. It's the abominable snowman. They're these big white furry creatures in the Himalayan mountains of Nepal and Tibet. Some say they're the origin. Some say they are the original variety of Bigfoot. Some say they've evolved from them or evolved from a Bigfoot to them. They are characterized by having white or yellowish white, off-white fur, and are stockier, bigger, larger, taller, fatter than a regular northern American Sasquatch. Often confused with the Arctic variety of Sasquatch, which I guess has a similar color but is found in the farther north of America. However, Yetis have no proof of being real either. In 2017, a team led by a geneticist from the University of Buffalo determined that 8 hair samples supposedly from a Yeti belonged to a species of bear in the Himalayan region instead, and then they found a sample of a tooth, which ended up turning out to be a dog's, so not a Bigfoot, not a Yeti, not the abominable snowman.
Yeah, I thought, like, especially, like, Yetis I know a little bit more about, I think, than Bigfoot or any of those other ones. But...
Yeah. So there is another one for southern rural China called a yeren, or a yeren. I don't quite know how to say it. Looks like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That just looks like full-on monkey to me.
Right, to me that just says
gorilla.
monkey, but supposedly, I'm probably saying supposedly too much in this episode, but I don't want
Everything's
in
speculation.
Yeah, none of this is my own words or 100% my belief. This is like a neighbor to the Yeti, more so than Bigfoot.
Okay.
And then they are known to be malevolent to humans, to try and eat people. There are legends that Chinese travelers in the mountains wore tubes on their arms so that they could slide out if they were being, like, attacked and tried to be grabbed, so that they could slide out of their grip and then run away. That has sort of been disproven because it was just the tubes were used to prevent frostbite.
Oh.
But you never know. But this ape man was in remote mountainous regions of China, specifically the Shinouya Forestry District in the Hubei province. I don't think I said any of that correctly.
That's okay.
Sorry. And it was also seen in 340 BC through the Tang Dynasty, which is 618 to 907 AD. If you know how far back that is, it's really far back. So maybe there is some truth to it, but also it could have just been them, you know, not wearing glasses, being like, look at that big monkey. Oh my god, he's running towards us. Oh my god. Ah! And, you know.
It's true, because, like, you got to think about it, too. Like, old sailors as well came with a lot of myths and a lot of stories. Which, like, obviously we haven't explored all of our oceans. So, like, of course there's a possibility. Yeah, all that stuff could be real. But also, too, they probably all had scurvy. They were all drinking. They were all doing whatever.
Drugs. High. Hungry.
Right?
But
also
yeah.
lustful. Like, most of the time women's weren't allowed on ships. So it was all males.
But yeah, the Yeren are described as savage, strong, fast-moving, living in mountainous caves, and they would come down and raid villages in search of food or women. Sure. In the 1950s and 60s, the pseudoscientific discoveries relating to Bigfoot and Yeti also sort of were trying to disprove this creature as well. And all evidence pointed towards bears, monkeys, and creatures called gibbons, which are part of the ape family, being most likely the culprits. But it is a cool folklore. It is a cool story, even if it is just a baboon. It's nice to learn about other people's culture. It's fun.
I agree.
It's fun. Can't you just have fun every once in a while? God.
Right?
Saying that to myself. And this one is kind of fun. This one's more for funsies and it's kind of stupid. But I want to talk about bat squatch.
Ooh.
Have you heard of bat squatch?
No.
It is exactly what it sounds like. It is a Sasquatch-like creature mixed with a bat.
Okay.
So essentially a giant Batman. It is a flying cryptid seen near Mount St. Helens in the 1980s. We used to have a blog. I talked about it in a blog post once.
Okay.
Yeah. But it resembles a flying primate similar to the ahul, which we've talked about in a previous episode. Don't remember which episode, but go listen to it anyway. It's in Southeast Asia. And I will show you a picture of it. This is a artist's rendition of a bat squatch, but is that what you pictured?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty self-explanatory, that one.
Yeah.
But it's got yellow eyes, a dog-like muzzle. It can have blue fur, sharp teeth, bird-like feet, and leathery bat wings on its back that can span up to 50 feet, which is a little bit crazy.
That's insane.
Bat Squatch can be up to 9 feet tall and apparently has the ability to affect car engines. I'm assuming with like his like sound waves.
Oh,
echolocation, yeah, whatever that is. Which I didn't even think about. Meanwhile, there are Japanese books and websites that describe Bat Squatch as being 22 feet tall. But hopefully that is just a mistranslation, as no Bat Squatch of this size has ever been sighted. Hopefully no Bat Squatch has ever been sighted, period. But especially not one 22 feet tall. At that point, that's Godzilla.
Yeah.
At that point.
That's Batzilla.
Yeah. But there was a case in 1980. Somebody saw it after an eruption of Mount St. Helens. In April of 1994, someone was driving a car when they saw a human-like, bat-like creature. And 1998, another truck driver had a collision with a Bat Squatch. 2009, there was another one in California that saw a large creature with leathery wings flying out of a crevice of a mountain. June 11th, there was another one. He was walking his dog, and he went to pick up his dog when he saw something in the sky. And I think the last sighting was in 2014 in Ohio. Apparently, a girl in a Spanish class spotted a giant mass flying by the classroom window. And yeah, thoughts on that one so far?
That one's interesting.
Yeah?
You know how, like, have you ever heard the theory that, like, angels are actually, like, these orbs and they have, like, spheres around them? Or, like, rings around them? Sorry, not spheres. Rings around them. Like, different stuff like that, or, like, they're in a triangle or different stuff
like a biblical,
that.
Yeah, okay.
Like, very biblical. What if Bat Squatch, because they haven't, and there's supposedly Sasquatches can go between the, like, two different realms. What if, like, they're the quote-unquote angels, they just don't look right? Or how we would have thought that they looked. I don't know. I know that's far-fetched because I don't even fully believe in Sasquatches, but it's like, if they are real, like, because people have been talking about angels for a long time, and there's multiple different descriptions of them. What if Bat Squatch is actually just an angle? He's just a hairy angle.
Honestly, at least we'd have an explanation for it.
Right?
You know?
And that would mean he's watching over people.
Yeah.
You know, that was what I thought about, is because so many people saw it in the sky.
My angel. My guardian angel's a Bat Squatch.
You know, I'd love that, Loki. If that was true, I'd be like, heck yeah, bro, let's go.
Alright. So, another one we have, and I'll preface it, this one I think might just be an animal. It might just be an extinct animal, or an animal, period. Maybe one that was in, like, the dinosaur era, something like that. But there's something, excuse my pronunciation as per usual, called the Mapinguari or Maricoxi, which is a possible Bigfoot relative in deep South American rainforests.
Okay.
Some say it's humanoid, some say it's just like a bipedal bear-like creature with sloth claws. And some say that Bigfoot is a relative or like an ancestor of this species that has been extinct. So it's just a giant ground sloth, which was like, you know, our regular sloths.
They used to be huge.
10 times the size of our sloths now. And so people are like, well, maybe Bigfoot's like ancestors were one of those kind of sloths.
Yeah.
And this is an example, like that's a wolf or like a hog or something, and that's the size of those. And I see it, they've got the same kind of like fur and but I don't think Bigfoot has like sloth like claws, but that's
also just because
opinion.
I think whenever I think Sasquatch, Yeti, Bigfoot, anything like that, I think of them standing on 2 feet as well.
Yeah, I
think that's like the big thing.
But the Maricoxi, I think that's how you say it, from South America, I love how it says from South America in brackets Earth in this article. Well, yes.
I would hope so.
There are also some people who say it's an undiscovered tribe.
Oh.
Where they have since evolved to use bows and arrows. They can communicate in like grunts and like sounds, and that they are aggressive to human beings, and that they will attack humans because they're scared of the noises we have, like guns, machines, cars, which makes sense. And it says they're anywhere between like 2 to 6 feet tall, the biggest being 12 feet.
Wow.
You know, some say they have powers, some say they don't. It's really all fan speculation at this point, and you know, some like sci-fi video games will talk about it, or you know, make them a side quest, like, oh, go kill these barbarians. But we really don't have a lot of proof. If you have proof, you listening, email us. Yeah. Be on the episode. Prove it to me. I would like to know.
I'm also curious too, because you mentioned tribe. There is a lot of tribes like around the world that like, you know, are very cut off from, and you know, like you don't want to go in their territory.
Yeah.
Like some of them are very dangerous, and it's also like any pictures I've seen too. Like,
honestly, I think we should leave them alone.
Yeah.
Like if they're undisturbed from the outside world, if they are a tribe living in the middle of the forest, let them be.
Yeah.
Like,
because like people have gotten killed by tribes like that because they've tried to go into their territory.
Yeah.
And also too, they communicate in a completely different way and know life a different way. But it's just crazy to me. But yeah, what if like Sasquatches are all just sort of the same? And just all tribes.
Honestly, let's leave them alone. I really think we should.
Yeah, I wouldn't go poking around.
I think it's just none of our business, to be honest.
Right? It's their lives.
Well, it's like, they've come this far. And I know people will argue and say, like, well, we can give them modern medicine. We can help them with, like, dental stuff. At this point, I think they would see us as nothing but the enemy. Because we dress different. We're not speaking the same language. We're essentially aliens to them. Yeah. Trying to force them to do things. Hey, I know you're enjoying your life in the wilderness. Come work a 9 to 5 and pay rent and eat trashy food and learn my language.
And get arrested if you
We would be like colonizing them.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Leave them alone.
Let them be.
I just had that like epiphany myself. Leave them alone. Dear God. Don't worry, there's only 3 more squatches that I'll talk about today. I'm sure if I looked hard enough, I could find more. Should I go from stupidest to least stupid? Let's go least stupid to stupidest. The next one, sheep squatch. Can you guess what it is?
A sheep Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow!
You're so good.
I'm so good at this.
The sheep squatch is also known as the white thing. It is a woolly-haired cryptid reported in counties in West Virginia, predominantly in the southwestern region of the state. Okay. And it was most commonly sighted in the mid-1990s. Okay. It is described as being a size of a bear. Okay. Mostly white, wool-like fur, a long pointed head similar to a dog, but with long saber-tooth-like teeth, and a single set of horns similar to those of a goat. Hence the name. It's got paw-like hands like a raccoon, but bigger, and its tail is long and hairless like that of an opossum. Wow. Smells like sulfur, which is slightly demonic. Yep. Not great. And I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, let me see this boy.
This is another artist's drawing.
Oh, wow. That's, maybe that one has some bad... That one might be related to the Wendigo.
Yeah, that one gives Wendigo. It looks scary. And probably is scary. This one was featured in multiple video games. As, like, go complete this quest, go kill this monster, that kind of stuff. Okay. Which, fair enough, by the way it looks. Check our Instagram, Creeps and Coffee at... No, that's it, I guess. That was it, my bad. In 1994, I believe that was its first sighting from a former Navy seaman who witnessed the beast breaking through the forest. He said he watched it break through the brush line and then drank water from the creek and then crossed the creek, continuing on to a nearby road. Same year, 1994, 2 children saw this creature while they were playing in their yard.
It's a lot of people in 1 year.
So maybe there's something. Maybe there was. I don't know. Maybe it was just a demon or something. Like, I don't know.
Right?
Like, was there any possessions in this area at the same time? But the kids said it was over 6 feet tall when it was standing on its hind legs. In 1995, a couple was driving through Boone County who observed a large white beast sitting in a ditch alongside the roadway. In 1999, a couple of campers, I think it was 6 campers in Boone County, were sitting around a bonfire when they heard an animal snorting, and there was a kind of like a pig or something.
Yeah.
And they were like, what is that? And they thought it might be a bear or something, so they went to go see it. They saw the sheep squatch, supposedly, and it charged at them. And they jumped up and ran back to the house, and they said that they heard a terrible scream, and then that it turned and ran back into the woods. I think the last sighting was in 2015 in Virginia. The beast was spotted in the forests of Appalachia. Is it Appalachia or Appalachia?
I don't know.
I think it can be both, but I'm not sure. But this one was the 6 campers, not... The other one had multiple campers, didn't specify. This one was 6 campers. It was at midnight, and they reported a 8 to 9 foot tall beast with shoulder length, so width, I guess, of 4 to 5 feet wide, which is very buff. Smash or pass. I'm just kidding. And they said they saw it crouching at the top of a hill nearby in the moonlight, and then it saw them and then ran down the hill towards them, and then it had to wade through a river to get to them, and I think maybe it couldn't swim or something, but it made, and I'm quoting this, a pathetic whimper, and then ran in the opposite direction. The camper's identity was unknown as of March 2016, and we had no updates since then.
Wow.
What do you think? Oh, and apparently, I think this one's probably just from a video game, it's said to have a highly acidic urine. Weird flex, but okay.
Interesting.
What do you think of that?
I think that one sounds a lot more demonic.
Maybe it's just like Goatman or something.
Well, yeah, and it's also, based on what they said about, the moon and everything like that, it also made me think of, werewolves.
Werewolf,
and
Rougarou.
it's what if, werewolves are actually something like this instead, and people just think they're half man, half dog.
That's a lot less cool. Half man, half sheep.
But it's not even. He has, raccoon-like hands, and then he has, a rat-like tail, pretty much, or possum.
It's like a chimera, or a chimera, whatever that is, because it's, half human, half, or I guess not half, part human, part
you
lion,
can't even say
part
half.
reptile.
It's just part at this point. Especially since most commonly it's crouching. It can go on its hind legs, but crouching being the main position.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. I really wish that there was proof, but when you look up pictures for this one, Bat Squatch, that kind of thing, there's just people's interpretations of them. There's no pictures. At least with Bigfoot, there are videos, there are pictures. Sure, you can debunk them. But I believe those more so than just
Well, and also too, I was thinking about it, about the whole movie industry thing, and it's sort of not just that, but media, how much it's changed in a long time, almost to the extent of, especially in the 1990s, everything sort of 1900s. It's sort of yes, we had cameras, yes, we had started to get videos, different stuff like that, but at the same time, media wasn't the same. That if this creature did show itself and it was worried about people finding out it was real, they wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They wouldn't be scared to show themselves the same because they wouldn't have... It'd just be somebody sounding crazy. But, like, nowadays, especially with media, everybody wants this, and this, and this, and this to, like, show it off.
Yeah.
Or to, like, prove a point. And it's like, okay, well, obviously they aren't... If they were real, they wouldn't be showing themselves to us anymore because our media and our phone addictions are so strong.
What if squatches are just like an industry plant of like cryptids? People just perpetuate these stories and stuff so that like Hollywood can base movies and stuff off.
Just sort of
The
like...
conspiracy theorist in me is like, what if the government is pretending that sheep squatch is real to make money off of farmers to buy pesticides and then poison our food and then kill us and then the aliens can take over the planet and then the reptilian...
Well, I think it's funny because...
You're so used to my rambling. You're like, anyway.
No, it's... When you talk about conspiracies, it's funny because I sort of thought about it too, but more so at the start because... like, because of chemicals, because of different stuff like that in our environment, there has been some animal mutation that has happened anyways that we do have some proof of, and then other stuff that they try to hide because a lot of times, like, they're in, like, a restricted area and they were actually doing testing and they didn't want the population to know, so it was like a government secret.
Oh my gosh, is
Stuff
Bigfoot
like that.
just a failed government secret?
That's what I was curious about. I was like, what if it's not necessarily like, oh, they made it to send it out, but what if they were trying to make some sort of thing and it went wrong, or like
a
it didn't go
sniper
as
shoots
well.
us in the head right now.
Or like,
We
what if
figured it
that's
out.
why there's not much video footage or like exact location, because what if he also was captured? And what if he doesn't want to get found again?
There? Do you need help? Baby girl, do you need help?
But like, seriously, if you were like, you grew up in a lab or something like that, or like were tested on or whatever, maybe he was human.
Like Stranger Things, he's experimented on and now he has superpowers.
But now he has to go hide out because that's like not good.
It's kind of messed up.
And maybe that's why like the First Nations have like a good relationship with them, because maybe it was like a First Nations person that got taken. And then, you know what I mean? Because, I mean...
That's really sad.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go that's sad, but...
I mean, it's a good point, because
what
are the origins?
It's more so... This is just a theory, obviously.
Yeah,
Nothing to back it up.
Questioning.
Yeah, we're just throwing random shit out there. Just to think about. Just to...
But, yeah, where is he from? Where did he come from? Where did they come from?
Yeah.
Are they a less evolved us? Are they a more evolved us?
Because I was going to say, there's only a few that I saw pictures of that I would actually say I would consider part human.
Yeah.
Some of them I would say, like, maybe
more
humanoid thingy. But, like, really only Bigfoot and maybe the bat guy.
Yeah.
I could see maybe being human-esque or part human. But, like, the other ones, it's sort of like, I would hope that they aren't part human. Because also how much they are animal-like. And they may not be an animal we know, but...
True, are they just an undiscovered species that we haven't found yet? Are they going extinct?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we haven't seen any of them in a while, because
There's
they're
not
going
many
extinct
left.
as the temperatures rise. Maybe they're from, like, the ice age, like woolly mammoths, and as the temperature rises in the world, they die.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad too. Oh my god.
We're coming up with a lot of sad theories.
Literally.
We feel bad for Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, stay in my backyard. It's okay, man. I don't have a backyard. Like, come stay with me. I got a closet.
But, like, I don't know, when you bring up, like, conspiracy theory or, like, possibilities for it, it's just, it really makes your mind just go and go and go. And it's like, I mean, I'm a big believer in the government keeps a lot.
They do.
Like, even people in the military aren't allowed to say certain things, that they've gone to certain bases. And, like, even, like, what was it, Area 51? Like, they denied its existence for years, and they say it's because it was like military. And it's like, if it was just military, you wouldn't be lying.
Yeah.
Period. And also, too,
You know who you are.
some mutations have been found around the area.
Weird.
In the animals. So that was partly why, too, I sort of snugged that in there, because I was like, there has been mutated animals, and they've found them around there. So it's kind of like, it makes you think, it's like, okay, well, was this an experiment gone wrong?
I think you might think this one that I'm about to show you is also probably an experiment. This is the octosquatch.
Oh, no.
Half octopus, half squatch.
Oh, no.
So some people say it's an alien.
Okay.
And that it's not of this world, and that's why it looks like that.
I mean, a lot of people say some deep sea creatures, like the ones that are past the Twilight Zone, are like quote unquote aliens.
The octosquatch is a bizarre cryptid observed in the summer of 1961 by a truck driver and his colleague. They were driving through a set of mountains, and they saw this creature in their headlights at about 11 p.m. at night. The creature was startled by the bright lights and kind of did like what deer do, and it like froze up.
Oh.
And they described it as like mollusk-like. It looks like an octopus with like 4 to 8 tentacles, but covered in a thick brown fur.
Oh. Furry octo.
Literally. It was about 3 to 4 feet tall, shaggy fur, round glowing eyes. This is the one and only sighting of the octosquatch. But both of them saw it. There was 2 people who saw it. And they said that they kept the headlights on for multiple minutes, and they were like, do you see that? What is that?
Yeah.
They drove towards it and tried to like scare it off by pretending to like run into it, but they stopped like a couple feet away, didn't move, stayed exactly where it was. And so then they were just like, okay, well, let's just leave. Like, this is really weird. I don't know what this is. It's not backing down. Let's just go.
Yeah.
What is that then?
Yeah, it's weird that 2 people saw, unless they were both on the same drugs or something.
I don't, like, they were on the job, too, so I don't think they were high or anything. They were just, like, delivering goods.
Okay.
And they said that it almost looked that, like, the eyes dilated from a surge of adrenaline because they startled it.
Oh.
It seems very in detail. But what is it? If it's not octosquatch, what creature did they run into?
True, especially 3 to 4 feet tall.
Like,
furry, but it has multiple legs. Like, it has above a normal mammal.
at least 4.
Yeah.
But they're not even legs. They were like tentacles.
Was it hovering, or was it
It was like
standing?
holding itself up on its tentacles.
Like, sort of like a little
Yeah.
at the end?
So it's like, they didn't like, it wasn't running by or anything, so they didn't see it and were just like, was that like a dog, or was that a raccoon, or was that a octosquatch? Like, they saw it and stared at it for multiple minutes in high beam lights.
And then even went closer to it.
And their stories are the exact same. But we don't know what it is, and this is the only case of this. I think it was somewhere like in the mountains of Spain or something. But by the time they went back and like they told people about it, they finished like doing their errands, and then they were like, well, let's go look at it. And then they went back to that same area after midnight that night. The creature was gone. There was no evidence that it was there. And we have no idea what it is to this day. So
that's interesting.
What is it?
I don't know what it is. I mean, it obviously was just scared.
I think I saw like a Reddit message or something that was like I have no proof of this, but like I swear my cousin and I saw this when I was like 12 years old as well.
Okay.
And it's like, that's all we've got for octosquatch.
Okay. Like I said, I mean, honestly, I think not all of these, obviously, some of them can go, but I think it'd be cool if some of these were real, like, prove it right. What if it is an alien?
I was just gonna say that. What if it was like an alien that like crash landed on here and was like, uh-oh. And then it sees the headlights and it's like, are they gonna beam me back up? Like, did I get rescued? And it's just 2 guys in a car.
Saw the light. Yeah.
And then, oh, that makes me sad for aliens. Because I know people are scared of aliens, like, oh, like, they want to come and invade us. What if they accidentally crash landed on here and they're just, like, roaming around scared and terrified little tiny creatures? like a 4-legged furry octopus being like, why are these people scared of me? Why are they screaming and running? Like, I need to go home. Bleep, boop, boop, boop. And we're like, shoot it! Put it in a museum!
Well, like, that's the worst part. Like, if we did have evidence of aliens and different stuff like that, and maybe the only reason this was a sighting was because they went public about it. Like, if it wasn't the government stuff to start with,
yeah,
anything people put out there nowadays, the government's gonna take away.
Sign an NDA, get you out of here.
No, literally, like, if those people did say it, like, there's a chance they went back and, like, found it. And they took care of it. So that way, nobody can find it again.
Yeah, that's...
Because, like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Something comes up that they think the public doesn't need to know about, whatever. Like,
they killed Nessie.
And then they're just like, yeah, no, it didn't happen. And then we'll find out in, like, 50 years or whatever.
That it did happen, and they did cover it up. And
yeah.
We were right all along.
Oh, yeah.
My last one, and I will preface this by saying, I don't know where I found the original information.
Okay.
But I had it written down on my 26-page list of topics to talk about.
Okay.
When I look it up, the only thing I can find is from a website called createacryptid.com. So I think it's a fake cryptid.
Okay.
I think somebody created this cryptid just for funsies.
Okay.
But it is corn squatch.
Okay.
Also exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
A giant ear of corn Sasquatch.
Yeah.
I will say the picture is probably my least favorite of all of them.
Yikes.
This is like an AI generated version of its face.
Why?
This is supposed to be like the silk from the corn husk.
Oh.
And that's the squatch-like features.
You know what? It almost looks like more like goblin.
The story of corn squatch is that the only recorded sighting was on June 14th in 2013.
Okay.
One witness named Bill Wolf was driving on a highway in Kentucky with his family to go to a family reunion. It was him, his wife, and his 2 sons. And he was cresting a hill driving, and him and his whole family saw this. It was a creature, the corn squatch, crawling across the road on its stomach.
Oh.
Around 6 to 7 feet tall or long, resembling an anthropomorphic stalk of corn. It was tall and thin, and it possessed thick hair like on corn husks, and it appeared to slither across the highway in about 5 seconds to the other side, and then made its way into a cornfield.
Or it could be a giant snake.
See, that's what I think is that one. If this is real, which I don't think it is, but if it is, if it's within 5 seconds, you don't really know what you saw. So for situations like that, it's like, well, are you sure that's what you saw? Also, over the years, maybe you embellish the story a little more and a little more until suddenly, yeah, it was a stalk of corn that crossed the road. When originally it was like, I don't know what we saw. It could have been an animal, it could have been a human, could have been someone dressed up, but we saw something. And
also,
then,
the fact that it slithered?
like, that's just gross, first of all. I don't like that choice of words.
Yeah. Like, that makes me sort of think instantly that it's a snake, though. Like, and especially since it was such a short time frame. Like, honestly, I'd believe the octopussy. Oh my god.
The what? Excuse you?
Octo Sasquatch, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep saying it wrong because it's gonna be in my head now. I'd believe that more because, like, they also saw it for a long time.
Yeah. They had time to, like, memorize, okay, this is where its eyes are, this is what color its fur is, that kind of stuff. And then I'll point out the person who added this in the Create a Cryptid fandom thing was called Crystal Manta. If you created this, if you invented this, good for you. That's a good cryptid. It's unique, it's weird, it's spooky, and I am uncomfortable. So you did your job.
There you go.
You got what you wanted. But yeah, those are my cryptids. Those are my squatches of the day.
Squatches.
How are you feeling? Are you a believer, non-believer? Have I changed your opinion today, or are you just here for a good time?
I mean, I'm always here for a good time. But I'm still about the same standing point. Like, I think if anything, I'm just a little bit more eager. Like, I wish someone would prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd sort of like, I think it'd be cool if some,
Yeah.
not all of them,
Yep.
but some of them were real. Like, I think that would be really neat.
Final goodbyes. Anything else you want to add to this?
But yeah, I don't know. I think I think it'd be cool if there was some more proof on some of these. Or more about them, or more, even just more stories. Because, like, it's crazy how some of them line up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it does make you think, have they heard the story? And, you know, like, everybody says, like, when you hear something, then you think you see it. Or you're more likely to think you see it because it's in your head, it's in your imagination already, stuff like that.
Yes.
That's why sometimes when we sleep, we think we see shapes out of other things because we can't tell the details.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's almost why I kind of like the octo story. 'Cause I'm kind of like, that's like a little, like, I wish there was like more encounters with it because like I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And like as far as the sheep one goes, because like I liked hearing all the stories about it. Like I liked that there was a lot on that one. But like, shit, man, I don't want to see that.
Nope. What I took from this is I would love to do more research and see if there are other types of squatches.
Ooh.
Because I know one that I didn't actually even bring up today because I figured it could be a whole other episode, is like a yowie.
Okay.
Which is like an Australian version of a Sasquatch.
Okay.
And so I'm like, honestly, if I can do more research, I could probably pop out another episode on squatches.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like Australian squatches. And I don't know, I like
I think
learning.
that would be cool, yeah, because, like, obviously most of the squashes are from North America, but there is the one from China, which, I mean, probably one of the scariest ones, because I probably believe it the most, sort of, but only because I also think it's mainly monkey.
Yeah.
So, it might not be a Sasquatch, it might just be a monkey, but that's
or
terrifying.
maybe it's well,
a
I guess
giant ape or
yokai are
something like
Japanese,
that.
but yokai are like Japanese creatures that are like mythical. Maybe it's like a Chinese version of a yokai. We don't know.
But are they supposed to be hostile?
They can be.
Oh.
Some of them are nice, some of them are neutral, some of them are mean.
Okay. Maybe then.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me and let me talk about
Thanks for always being here.
squatches.
All the squatches.
Yeah.
Follow us, subscribe, leave us a review, comment, give us a 5-star rating on Apple, please. And we love you. And go follow us on Instagram. I think I said it earlier, Creeps Coffee with an N. And on X, also known as Twitter, it's Creeps and Coffee. Email us, creepsandcoffee@gmail.com. Or follow us on Patreon, patreon.com/creepsandcoffee, where we release an exclusive episode every single month.
Woo woo!
Boom.
Boom.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
If you're Sasquatch, call me.
Creeps and Coffee is produced and edited by us, Kate and Jane.
Our theme music is Stuck in a Hole by Dated.
For more information on where to find them, check out the link in our show notes. And to connect with us, follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Creeps and Coffee.